Hello, good morning, and welcome to Backchannel, the Hayley and Allyson show, here till 8 a.m. My name is Hayley Ellis. This is Allyson June Smith.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
It is. It's our Christmas special today. Allison's got her festive jumper on. Allyson, stand up, show everyone. Look at that.
It's the birthday boy.
Yes. It's Jesus, and it says birthday boy if you've got an Echo show. And I'm wearing a little Santa Claus hat. We've gone all out. We've got that since
It's not just a Santa Claus hat. It is Santa that makes it look like Hayley is the chimney because it's just his feet popping out of her head. So Hayley represents the chimney. It's fantastic.
I know we've gone all out, but that's it now. There's nothing less for the rest of the show. We've peaked. We've peaked. We are here till 8 a.m. today. Backchannel is the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your device. So if you would like to get involved this morning, do so. Otherwise, it's two slightly manic women chatting for 2 hours solid. The command to give to your device is the word say, or you can go to backchannel.tv and type in whatever you'd like to tell us there. Also, if you go to backchannel.tv, hit the leave a review button for us. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know how beautiful we are and how hilarious we are. That would be lovely this Christmas. But also, you can give us feedback. Let us know what features you would like to see. It's your way to put your input into the Backchannel show. It's always welcome. Well, like I say, we're here till 8 a.m. with producer Will. Let's see what festive wear Will has on. Oh, none.
Oh, it's a t-shirt.
It's a blue
t-shirt.
Hugo Boss t-shirt.
Blue, well known as the most festive colour.
Did you get it for Christmas last year?
I got it for my birthday.
Oh, Will,
that was your chance. That was your chance.
I'm sorry, I just can't lie.
Well, you can, because you've said things before to me and Allyson that were clear.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I can and I do. But if I can help it.
Thanks, Producer Will. Producer Will is here with us till 8 a.m, checking the facts and not getting involved with the Christmas theme. But don't worry, it's our last show before Christmas. We're back on Wednesday after this, so we're going to have a fun-packed Christmas show for you today. Just to let you know, celebrity birthday-wise today is Finn Wolfhard. Now, that is the boy from Stranger Things. He's now a man because he's 19. There you go. When he was
what did we find out about Finn? What did we find out about Finn, Hayley?
Oh, he's Canadian, Allyson.
Oh my gosh, is he?
Yes, he is. And if you didn't know, Allyson is too, because she hasn't mentioned it. Well, hang on, Allyson. We're 3 minutes into the show, and you've already dropped the Canadian bomb.
I need to identify. I need people to know. I need to represent, eh? Yeah.
And Allyson, did you know, though, that on this actual very day, but in the year 1815, how old were you then?
I was a young 17.
Yep, 1815. Jane Austen published Emma. A little fact for you there. On this very day in 1815, Jane Austen published Emma. Actually, Allyson was the first one to get a copy of that. You read that? I was
going to say, I remember sitting under the apple tree, reading it in between my chores, in between washing the cows and
is that a well-known chore, is it, in 1815?
Washing cows and churning butter. In between those two chores, I read the book Emma, and it was wonderful. I loved it when I was 17. I'm sure it's quite a classic now too.
It is, Allyson. And also on this day in 1987, how old were you then?
I was a young 43.
There we go. From 1815 to 1987, she's lived a life. But this day in 1987, Good Morning Vietnam was released. That's one of Producer Will's favourite movies. It takes a lot to impress Producer Will as well, so it's obviously... Oh, here he is.
How dare you say that? Good Morning Vietnam is a great movie.
He has put on Christmas bauble earrings, everyone, for those of you who can't see. Well, it looks great. There we go.
When you say Christmas bauble earrings, what I've actually done is taken baubles off my Christmas tree
and hung them over your ear.
But you know what? I think it works, and now I'm going to go and get my ears pierced.
Ah, well done, Producer Will.
But yeah, Good Morning Vietnam's a great movie because it's got Robin Williams in it, and I love Robin Williams.
Yeah, he's
great. Phenomenal. Thanks, and that was a great movie. That was like, I think that was one of his, would you say one of his breakthrough films?
I would say seminal.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Thanks both.
You're so welcome. I'm glad we could have that
very serious little point there about Good Morning Vietnam. But I don't want to get certain things overlooked because today is a big day, and let's not get overlooked by Christmas because today in Mexico it's actually Night of the Radishes, What's that, you say? Well, the Night of the Radishes is an annual event held on December the 23rd in Oaxaca? Is that how you say it? Apologies if it's not.
Oaxaca. Yeah, we
Okay,
apologize.
we both pronounced it badly twice. It's in Mexico, and it's dedicated to the carving of oversized radishes. Of course it is. Who wouldn't presume that? The Night of the Radishes in Mexico every December the 23rd. The carvings typically create scenes that compete for prizes in various categories and are arguably the most impressive display of carved vegetables in the world.
Wow, I didn't realize there were a bunch of. Will, can we get a picture of a carved radish? I'm just curious. I just want to see what kind of art comes up with a carved radish. I love radishes. So
They're
when I
small though, aren't they, radishes? How do you
normally they are teeny tiny, but they must grow big radishes and make it into things. I don't know.
I mean, how do you start this festival for night? Because imagine if you went up to someone and say, "Hey, I've carved a face in a carrot," and they're like, "Do you know what? We'll do a whole day where we carve carrots and we'll call it Night of the Carrots."
My guess is one year there was an excess of radish growth. The farmers were like, we got a lot of radishes. And then they began carving.
Are you ready? This is a little bit creepy.
Yes.
Okay.
So just brace yourself for a minute.
I'm really excited to see this. We'll describe it clearly for those of you who can't see.
It is creepy.
Oh,
so
terrifying.
If you aren't watching on an Echo show, just to describe it.
Is that the Last Supper? That's the Last Supper that they've made out of radishes.
Oh, it is. It really is. I thought, Allyson, you were just making a little joke, but it really is. So the table... It's a table of, I mean, it's slightly, I don't know if that's sacrilegious, but I mean, there's a table of
radishes.
Radishes with little faces recreating the Last Supper. I mean, that takes some time. Some people,
and then they've got longer radishes that become the arms and the body. Wow.
I do worry about people having too much time on their hands sometimes, because I think there's a lot that needs to be done.
Even the goblets in front of them are little radishes. They've got goblets on the table, like the table. Oh, look at all these. Look at that. That's a bird. We've got 2 birds made out of radishes. And that's fun because they've sliced the radishes to create the feathers. I'm sorry. I'm now explaining. Oh, that's terrifying. There's some sort of Wiccan.
Okay, Will, let's get rid of it now, because I'm honestly, if I close my eyes, I'm still going to see them at 2 a.m. this morning. They are terrifying. But listen, if you want to join in, today is Night of the Radishes. So if you've got an excess of radishes at home, chip away at them. Maybe you can take part.
Doug's joined us. Good morning, Doug. Doug, do you have radishes? You can carve them into things, we've learned.
I mean, it's so early in the morning to talk
Today's
about this.
the day, Doug. Carve your radishes.
Everybody knows that the night before Christmas Eve is for radishes. Just because I know that you're interested, I've run the numbers, and if Allyson was 17 in 1815 when Jane Austen published Emma, in 1987 for the release of Good Morning Vietnam, she would be 189.
Well, she looks very good, Will. I don't know what you're trying to get at here.
I'm just stating the facts. You don't look a day over 150, Ali.
Well, stop it. You're so sweet.
It's Christmas.
Thanks, producer Will. We've got loads coming up today. It is our final show before Christmas. We're back on Wednesday. Will it be January then? No, we're still in December.
No, we're still in December.
Got all ahead of myself.
Will it be 2024 by then?
What year is it? Who's the king? But coming up in today's show, we've got loads. We have loads. Allyson, do the background jingle. Coming up in today's show, we will be discussing the news stories from around the world. If you have a fun news story you'd like us to chat about, get involved with the show. We are also going to be doing our 1-star movie review with a Christmas theme today. It's a Christmas film people have panned online. But what is the film? If you guess, you can win our Allyson June Smith to sing you a Christmas song. We're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section, and also we're going to be playing a game of true or false, but it's competitive true or false with a Christmas tip. What am I talking about? That's all coming up in the next hour of the show. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. All coming up. Loads coming up there. Apologies. I just having a few Wi-Fi issues, but let's chat news stories first, Allyson.
Yes, let's get into fun news. So here on the Hayley Ellis and Allyson Smith morning show, we don't like to talk the standard news, we like to find articles that are a little bit more light. We like to point out some of the interesting, different, alternative news stories that are just as important, and we think you need to hear about them. This one is a good one. Neighbors turned their road into a Quality Street box, giant Quality Street candies. So basically, in Sheffield, the organizer Hayley Thomas said she started doing this. So what she did was made like a Quality Street, like the size of your head, because she didn't have an outdoor plug to hang Christmas lights. So instead, what she decided to do was to make these fake Quality Street candies and put them all over the front of the house, which I thought was a great idea. Neighbors have now decided to get involved. So what they do is everyone does it. So the whole street is like a Quality Street box. They put the Quality Street candies all over their houses. And I believe this year they're raising money for charity doing it. And I just thought this was a great idea. Because lights, look, we use electricity. They are expensive. They can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to maintain. But these Quality Street candies look fantastic. These nice little candies all on the outside. What do you think of it, Hayley? It's cute, hey?
Well, first of all, just for our American listeners, do they have Quality Streets in the States? Are they?
No. Good
No.
point. Yeah. Quality Street is a type of chocolate. I feel like people have heard of it. Maybe at some point you had a British relative or somebody who brought it by, but it's a British standard chocolate. I would say, yeah, it is. It is quintessentially British.
They all come in like very shiny, different coloured wrappings, which is why they make excellent decorations, because they're like bright purple, bright green, bright yellow, bright orange. So they're all these like big, bright colours. So I think it's a cute idea. I mean, if I lived on that, there we go. Producer Will's got a picture up. They can see there.
They've got a wreath. I love the wreath made out of Quality Street candies.
Yeah.
I just think that's so great.
But you know what, as well? I don't mean to sound like a bit of a Scrooge.
Oh, here she goes.
No. But if I lived on that street and they were like, come on, you'd have to do it. It's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they collect fruit punnets throughout the year because that's what you can make the best fake Quality Street candies out of. So the whole street, they just keep their punnets, keep collecting all these like fruit and vegetable punnets so they can make the things. So it's really become a yearly investment, but I love that they're raising money for charity. I think that is
all right, Allyson. I'm not saying the charity thing is bad. I'm just saying it creates a lot of effort.
Hayley's
if you live
anti-charity, everyone. No, she is not.
Because if you live on a street, so our street here, I think there's like maybe one house that hasn't got Christmas lights on, and they must feel the pressure. Everyone else is lit up, and they're like, "Oh, it's just us." So
Do you give them a hint? You just leave strings of lights on their doorstep one morning. You're the only one.
Maybe leave a light bulb on the lawn. But there we go. We're talking the news stories this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. It is the 23rd of December. What? Yes. How many sleeps till Christmas, Allyson? 2.
2 sleeps. 2 sleeps and Santa comes.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? I need to do a bit more Christmas shopping today as well, which is terrifying.
Me too, actually. My sister's picking me up after the show. Well, I'll go back to bed for a couple hours because it'll be 6 a.m. And then she's going to pick me up and we're going to do some food shop and a few other things. But are you doing like Christmas, like prezzies you still need to grab?
No, I need to pick up. So basically we did a food shop the other day. We thought we'll be organised. We'll get the food shop in and all the veg goes off before Christmas Day. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yay! It's the most wonderful. So we've got to go and get your standard carrot and turnip. Probably going to get some radishes now.
I was going to say radishes. I mean, today's a big radish day, everyone.
Big old day on the radish front. So I need to go and get veg and some crackers. I bought a cheese board, but I didn't buy crackers. So.
That's what I'm doing today. I'm buying cheeses to make a cheese board. Yeah, because I realized I was like, we only have one. We have a cheese ball. Have you ever seen a cheese ball?
I haven't seen a cheese ball, Allyson. Tell me more.
Okay, so a cheese ball is like soft kind of cheese in the shape of a ball. It's processed. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, it's very self-explanatory, really, when you put it like that.
It's a cheese ball. And then they kind of roll it in nuts or they roll it, and then you just cut off like pieces of cheese from the ball. But it's sort of soft. It's really delicious, but it's not a cheese board. And I cannot go through Christmas without being able to eat an insane amount of cheese.
Producer Will's just
cheese. Yeah.
Producer Will's just done a little joke. He said, "I've not seen a cheese ball, but I have been called one."
Hey. Yay.
Save that for Christmas Day, Producer Will. Yeah, that sounds delicious, actually. I love cheese. I love nuts. What's not to love about a cheese board? But yeah,
Ugh,
got to have a
yep,
cheese board, which I'll be
yep.
cracking into tonight, probably.
Yes,
Haven't had a chance to watch many Christmas films yet because my daughter doesn't sleep, Allyson. And we've been away in a cottage all week. And 11 o'clock, she went to bed last night. So by the time she was asleep, I was as well.
Do you know what, though? Now you're home, she'll crash. She'll be tired now that the excitement of, relatives and cousins and swimming, now she'll be like, "Oh, life is back to normal. Just I'm going to bed."
I don't think she will. But anyway, there we go. We're talking the news stories this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. And this news story is one I am very interested in because apparently now they have made a robot chef that can cook your Christmas dinner. Now, it will set you back at £150,000. A snip at the price.
But what's that compared to never having to make food again? I mean, really?
Well, exactly that. Now, apparently, if you're dreading cooking your family Christmas dinner, which no, I think it's such hard work. It's not just once you've cooked it; it's all the cleaning and everything that goes in for this one meal. But now there's a robot chef to do everything. So a number of tech firms are developing this robot that can cook and it can plate up your dinner. It doesn't just cook it; it plates it on the plate as well. Now, it's one of the ones, the technology companies at the forefront of this is a London-based Moley Robotics, which is due to release its product, the Moley Robotic Kitchen, next year. Now, it has some rails and attached that are fitted to the ceiling and 2 robotic arms hang down over your oven and hob. And it can cook more than 5,000 different recipes. You pick the dish in question on a touch screen, add the ingredients it tells you to in the built-in containers, and it does everything else. You just turn on the oven and the hob, pick up and put down saucepans and spatulas. Oh, no, sorry, I was going to say, we're doing everything still. No, it says it can turn on the oven and hob. That's a worry, it can turn on the oven. I'd be terrified.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget to turn it off, because they rig up. I believe they have to rig up. So they put steel. What's the word I'm looking for? Bars or on your ceiling, so the thing can actually roll across the counters and roll. But to me, I'm like, God, if I was getting married, that's what I'd be like. Don't buy me anything. I just want the cooking robot. Can everyone chip together and get me the cooking robot?
The idea of it sounds great to me, having a robot that can cook your dishes, but the fact it can turn the oven off, and one of my things, I have to check the oven is off. I'm slightly OCD, I need to check the ovens off. So I'd be totally worried that he was just turning the oven on in the middle of the night. Imagine if you fell out with the robot. And imagine if it could put stuff in your dish. It could be like a chef that you annoy, and they're like, right, I'm going to do something to this dish.
I think we have a horror movie. We're creating a horror movie is what's going on right now, Hayley. We're writing. Stop talking about our script.
Yeah, but this robot it looks amazing. I mean, it can cook 5,000 meals. I don't even know 5 meals, let alone 5,000.
Could you imagine though if it's like Netflix? We have so many options. You're like, there's just nothing I want out of all these 5,000 options.
I just want some nachos. Can you cook me some? It's like, no, they're all like.
No, nachos is not in the programming. What? No nachos?
Yeah. No, yeah, but apparently one restaurant already uses this robot for all its cooking, and it's a French pizza chain called Pizzai. You say Pizzai, I say Pizzai. Yeah, the business is owned by 2 robotic engineering students who designed their own pizza-making robot, and they opened their first branch in Paris in 2019. Now they have a second outlet in the French capital in Brussels.
Do they get good reviews, Will? Do the restaurants get good reviews? I'm curious to see if people are like, it was the worst pizza I've ever eaten.
Yeah, the dough was really thin. Their pizza arm, the robot arm kept rolling it. But they must be doing well, Allyson, because they've opened 2 branches of it now. I'd be happy. That's more hygienic, I think, than a human making it. I mean, I don't want robots to take over the world, but if they're going to cook, let them. Just let them. Let them.
Let them cook. There's no one sneezing and not washing their hands. There's no, it's very hygienic. Interesting.
You might find some nuts and bolts in your food. You'd be like, hang on, I've just found some rust. The robot's hands need changing. But yeah, there you go. Robot chefs are going to be coming in for Christmas this year, but they will set you back at $150,000.
Which is a small price to pay to never have to cook again.
But you still have to give them all the ingredients and go to the shops. Actually, now, once I've done that, I want a robot that will go to the shops and get all the ingredients. I'm so lazy, Allyson. I just
She's
want a
not
robot
an
to-
unrealistic woman, everyone.
I'm
She
not
just
unrealistic, but I just want a robot to wake me up, dress me, get me a cup of coffee, and do my job for me. Is that too much to ask?
I don't think so, Hayley.
We're
I don't think
talking
so.
the news stories here on the Hayley and Allyson show. Allyson, have you heard any stories? I don't suppose by any chance you've heard any stories about a Christmas dinner, but with kangaroo skewers being served.
Yes. So there is.
What?
I'm looking for the name of the restaurant. I read this article this morning. I can't find the name of the restaurant. But there is a London in London.
I can tell you the name of the restaurant, Allyson. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What is it?
Archipelago. Archipelago.
Archipelago. And what they've done is they have a well, the Bush Tucker Christmas dinner. So basically, it is mealworms, and there is kangaroo skewers. Yeah, they've got what is it? From camel to crickets is their selling point. You can eat it all. They really focus on insects. They really want people to get into. And one of their top what was it? Is caramelized mealworms, I believe, is one of their top desserts. And a lot of people are saying if you can get past mentally the idea that it is some of the most delicious tasting things, because it is, they have a lot of like amazing sauces and treatments that they're doing to these things that make it. Oh, they have spicy crocodile wrapped in vine leaves, zebra jerky, followed by jerked alpaca and kangaroo skewers. That is the Christmas
I mean, it's
menu.
just what everyone wants for Christmas, isn't it? A
Have you ever
crocodile
eaten?
and vine leaves.
Well, yeah. I mean, on the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me crocodile meat. Have you ever eaten any? I know. Okay, well, you're a vegetarian, so obviously not. But in your life, have you ever eaten a bug or like?
Not intentionally, Allyson.
Not
I might have
intentionally.
swallowed some in my sleep, maybe, but never intentionally gone and thought, you know what, I'm really hungry. What I fancy is some caramelized mealworms. It's never really
I had
crossed my mind.
grasshopper. I had
Did
grasshopper
you?
once. Yeah, it was my friend came back from Mexico, and they deep fry them so they're crunchy in salt and lime juice. So she came back and she had a bag of like these crunchy, and she's like, "You love crisps," and I was like, "I do," and she's like, "Do you want to try one of these deep fried?"
Love crisps. Do you want a grasshopper?
Yeah, because she's like, they're real crunchy, they taste real good, and so I did. I had one. I kind of like suspended my, just went, okay, it's not a grasshopper, it's not a grasshopper. And actually, quite nice, everyone, quite nice. So, and they're saying on the earth, if we were to get into eating insects and bugs and those kind of underground things, we would actually be doing the earth quite a service because there's no shortage of the insects. So they're saying that should really be the protein that we are beginning to move towards. Christmas will be very different.
Yes, we won't be looking for turkey. We'll be looking for mealworm. I've just been on their website and they do takeaway as well. Here are the takeaway options, just in case you get in at 2:00. You've had a night out. You've been drinking all night. You think, oh,
can't find a kebab on the way home.
Can't find the kebab, and this is what you can order. You can order a kangaroo burger. Oh, don't leave them alone. Crocodile burger, a zebra burger, an alpaca burger, or a chicken burger. So they've got all these exotic meats, and then they're like, do you know what? If you just want a chicken burger, get one of them as well. And you can add a portion of fries and a soft drink for £2 extra. But there you go. Not for me, Allyson, at all.
Well, no, certainly not. Not for a vegetarian. Just the thought of that is absolutely revolting.
Imagine going in there. But do you have any vegetarian options? We have soil, if that's what you'd like.
We've got a soil burger. Do you like soil? Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I won't lie. The idea of alpaca meat, because alpacas are very easy to breed and create, and I don't know. It's interesting. It is interesting that these are different types of.
I mean, it's slightly horrible to talk about at this early in the morning as well. While you're tucking into your breakfast, we're talking mealworms.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to have a mealworm alpaca sausage after.
I'm going to have
full English
crocodile muesli. shortly. We're talking the news stories this morning on our festive Hayley and Allyson show. If you are listening and would like to get involved with the show, do join us this morning. We're excited. It's a festive period. Get involved with the show. The command to give to your device if you're watching on an Echo show is the word say, or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can get involved with the show that way. If you'd like to leave us a review as well, if you go to backchannel.tv, hit the leave a review button. Let us know if you're enjoying the show. We'd love to hear from you. And let us know how much you love us too.
It's true. And we do have regular listeners. So, if you are a regular, like we've got Sing again today. Hi, Sing. I know you've been with us a few times. If you do get a chance, leave us feedback. That's the other thing too. So we know what it is you want to hear about on the show.
There you go. But we're talking the news stories now this morning on the Hayley and Allyson show. And there's a news story in the apnews.com about squirrels in St. Paul's. So in a downtown St. Paul's park in, I think it's Minnesota, basically squirrels have overtaken the park and they've had to take down the holiday lights because squirrels are eating through them. It's costing them a fortune. They've had to forego the usual display this year because squirrels chewed through the light wires last year, and they've done it again this year. And they're like, listen, we're spending too much money on these lights for the squirrels to eat them. The wires were coated with a polylactic acid, which is a derivative of corn sugar. So it's really been really appealing for the squirrels. They're like, yeah, I'll get me some of that.
There are no other lights out there. Why don't you get lights that taste like vinegar? I'm sure that'll put them off, but no. Yeah, and people are mad because they don't have all the little fairy lights all over like they do, because normally they light up the park. So what have they done, Hayley? What have they done instead? I think they have one big light now, and they're doing like a light show, like it's like a projector, and they're projecting like some
images
sort of lights.
And lights.
Yeah.
Save having little lights all over the place that the squirrels can eat through. They just one big light. Because residents, they all live in these posh condos that overlook the park, and they're like, oh, we're used to looking down Christmas period and seeing all the twinkly lights. But now we can just see fat squirrels eating the lights.
Look, there's a hologram of a snowflake. Great. Where are twinkly lights? That's it.
Where the lights? Well, there you go. Those are the news stories this morning. If you've seen a fun Christmas-related or holiday-related news story you'd like us to chat about, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv. But coming up very, very shortly, we're going to be doing the 1-star Christmas film review. So we're going to take a film that people online have decided to give 1 stars to. They're very angry about this film just for no reason really, in particular that people on the internet are angry people sometimes. So we're going to read out those reviews, and we would love you to guess what you think the Christmas film is this morning. You can get involved with the show that way. So we're going to read out a series of reviews, all 1-star reviews for this specific Christmas film. But what is the film? If you would like to make a guess off the bat, then you can do. Like I say, as always, the command to give to your device, if you are watching us on an Echo show and can see myself and Alyson's festive gear this morning, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess, or go to backchannel.tv and type your guess in there. So we're going to do a series of...
Let's take a moment, though, to also point out, just because these are 1-star reviews does not mean that this is a 1-star movie, everyone. I like to point that out as well, because we've had some genuine, amazing classics, and people are just angry. They just want to... Look, anyone who writes a review... Oh, I shouldn't say that, because we're trying to encourage people to write reviews on us. So I don't want to say that. But there are a lot of people who have anger, and reviews are where they put it out on. So,
and people's opinions vary quite greatly, because Alyson's favourite film of all time. Oh, good morning, Colin. Colin's got involved with the show this morning.
Colin.
Hi, Colin. We hope you are well this morning. People's reviews of films really range, because Alyson's ultimate favourite film of all time is
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. So
I couldn't think of anything worse to watch. So
I'm not judging.
We can't judge. We cannot. One of my favourite films is Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, and that has been universally panned. So everyone is entitled to opinion.
And what is our favourite musical film, Hayley? What is our favourite? Grease 2.
Yeah.
So we're not judging, right?
We
So
cannot judge anyone's
people
opinion.
are allowed to have their opinions. But I just like to point out, don't be thinking this movie is a bad movie. These are just individuals. And what we like to do, so you really feel the anger in the reviews or the distaste for the reviews, is Hayley and I like to give each other motivations. We like to create characters with a bit of a background story. So when we read these, you can really be a part of this.
Okay.
So you can really feel it. So Hayley, would you like to read the first review or the second review? This is where Hayley looks at the lengths of the reviews and chooses which one she's going to read.
Okay, Allyson, I'd love you to read the first review.
Yeah,
So,
I thought you would, yeah.
Just to recap, if you've just joined us, this is the one-star movie review game. We're going to be reading out a selection of reviews that people have left online for a movie. It's a Christmas movie. They've given it 1 star each, and we would love you to guess what the film is. Okay, if you want to get your guesses in, as Colin has done this morning, he said hello. The command to give to your device, if you're watching on an Echo show, is the word say, followed by your guess, or whatever you'd like to. If you just want to say hello, like Colin, do so.
Yeah.
Or if you are listening on an audio-only Echo, if you go to backchannel.tv on your phone, you can interact with us that way also. So get your guesses in. We're going to read a 1-star review. The first review, Allyson, got 1 star. Allyson,
what's my character? Give me my motivation. Yeah.
Okay, Allyson, I'd like you to read this review in the style of your Mrs. Claus, actually. You're Mrs. Claus.
Okay, yeah.
And you've done all of the work all year, but your husband's taking the credit for it, okay?
Story of my life. All right, here we go. Mrs. Santa Claus never gets any recognition for her hard work, and she's tired, I imagine. It's been a year of working. Okay. I like a good slushy feel-good film as the next man, but this takes it on. No, I need to restart. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not feeling Clausy. All right. I like a good slushy feel-good film as much as the next man, but this takes it on stage too far. The original concept is an intriguing one and needs to be more fully explored in another film, as it isn't done justice in this movie. How often do people give money away purely out of the goodness of their own hearts? If a bank ran out of money or had it stolen by some ridiculously over-the-top pantomime villain, people would not react in a cheery manner, except in this Christmas, and that everybody loves each other. Ho, ho, ho. I told you your hat is by the sleigh. She's angry.
There we go. Allyson June Smith there. That was the first review that someone gave 1 star to this film. But what is the film? Few clues there. It's meant to be a good, slushy, feel-good film. It's a Christmas film, we know that. And we know it involves a bank. But what is the film? If you want to make your guess, do so now. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv. Be your first one to get the answer in. And you could win a Christmas song from Allyson June Smith.
Oh, we've got our first guess. Is it Adele Hostess?
Well, we think something's been lost in translation there, Colin.
That's all right, Colin.
Yeah.
You're in.
I mean, I'm not sure if you're wanting to tune in and watch the singer Adele. Maybe. But here we go. So I'm going to read out another 1 star review.
Okay.
For this film. This was left by a separate person who also left this film 1 star. How would you like me to read this, Allyson?
Okay, Hayley, staying with the Christmas theme, as I did Mrs. Claus, I would like you to be the head elf in the factory that has been, creating the Christmas toys.
Okay.
All right, so you're the head elf, pretty stressed out, stressful time of year. These elves are a little lazy this year. So you're the head elf. You're like the foreman of the elves. It's been a rough year.
I think you've said the word elf enough now, Allyson. We can move on from that.
You're an elf.
Okay, right. Brilliant. I've been collecting and watching old films for over 20 years and have over 700 in my collection. Call me Ebenezer Scrooge, but I think that this film is one of the worst films I've ever seen. Brackets, I'm not kidding. Close bracket. It is so boring. The writing and the script itself are mind-numbingly stupid. This movie is supposedly the tale of a man who gets the chance to see what life would have been like if he had never been born. Okay, so how long exactly is it supposed to take to get to the point?
Hayley, You have an excellent elf voice. I just want you to
Thank
know
you.
that. I
All
was with you
elves are American
100%.
in my mind.
They all are all American. Biggest hint, I think, in this one basically gives the storyline. This movie is supposedly the tale of a man who gets the chance to see what life would have been like if he had never been born. Bank. A man looking back on his life, looking at if he hadn't been born. These are pretty big hints, everyone. These are pretty big
These are
hints.
pretty big hints, or as we like to call it in the Hayley and Allyson show, really easy. The command to give to your device is the word say. It's a Christmas classic, but what is the classic? Or if you are listening on an audio-only echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can type your answer in there. Let's read another review, Allyson. Another review? Yes,
Another
we will.
review.
This is another 1-star review. This person has also given this film 1 stars. Here we go. Allyson, I'd like you to read this. You're a woman called Betty. Okay, you're 88.
Yep.
Slightly sore back.
Okay.
Right? Slightly sore. And you're currently riding Santa's sleigh because he left it unattended. You've got in Santa's sleigh and you're riding it. You're flying.
I'm an 88-year-old with a bad back who's taking the sleigh for a joyride. Let's do it. Betty parties.
Obviously, of course you are. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Take it away, Allyson.
On Dasher, on Dancer, on Rudolph, on Vixen. Hi, let's go. I have heard a lot about this movie. It's a great holiday film. Sorry, she's riding in the sleigh. And as I'm marathoning the top 250 list, I decided to watch it. At first, I have to say I'm glad I have seen it in color. It would have been a pain to watch otherwise. Yeah. Beginning is fine. It creates a fairy tale mood. And if you perceive this way, you might like it. Anyway, but after the childhood part of the movie wants you to see it as a serious piece rather than the fairy tale. And it is the first problem. The movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes long, and the pace is so slow that that's the second problem. A cut of 30 to 40 minutes could have easily been made and actually benefit the movie. Rah, rah, you're not getting your sleigh back ever, Santa.
Brilliant read, Allyson. There we go. But what is the film? We know it's a Christmas film. We know he gets a chance to relive his life again or see what his life could have been like. I think that's more appropriate than the first way I said it. It involves a bank. We know that it's possibly a black and white film because they said they got the chance initially. Yeah. So what is the film? Get your guesses in. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching, I could see Allyson recreating that sleigh with 100% believability for a woman who's currently in her parents' basement in Canada. Or go to backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only echo and would like to get involved with the show. That way, we're going to give you a few more clues because I don't think we've made it easy enough yet, Allyson.
No, we need to give it. So another review. We're going to have another review. Hayley, I would like you to read this review.
Yes, Allyson.
As a... Oh, I know. I want you to read this review as a train ticket inspector. All right, you're a train ticket inspector. Your name is Bill. And it's a stressful job. All right, it's a stressful time of year. Lots of trains. Bill, ticket inspector. Let's do this.
Okay. What am I inspecting tickets on? Is it a train? Is it a plane?
Yeah, train. You're a train ticket.
I just need to make sure, you know what I mean? I don't want to do this injustice.
I understand, yeah.
Well, what I will say, Allyson, is on that last read, I did say you had a bad back and you didn't even mention it, so...
Oh, I did forget the back. I'm sorry, I was too into the sleigh. You know what, though? Betty was having a good time. She forgot about her pain for a moment. It was fun for her.
Okay, Ticket Inspector, let's read out another 1-star review, but what is the movie? At any point you would like to make a guess, then do so. So here we go. Tickets! Of all the male stars of Hollywood's studio-dominated classic era, this actor was the hammiest. He almost always shouts when a whisper would do. Instead of striking an impressive pose, he's always squirming about, arms flailing. No, I'm afraid you've got an off-peak there. That doesn't actually valid for this journey. He's a melodramatic version of Jerry Lewis. His way over the top performance in this movie lingers like the taste of lettuce fried in a lard atop a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a mouldy McDonald's burger roll. Horrible, full of depression and despair, and a Christmas tree thrown in at the end. No thanks. Tickets.
Producer Will, and that was an excellent read, in my opinion. Producer Will has asked, "Why does he have to be from Yorkshire?" Is what he asked Hayley. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of Yorkshire ticket
Listen, I
checkers.
just like to show my acting
She
range,
does.
Producer Will.
She
But
can
what
do
is the film? What is the film? Loads of clues. It's a Christmas film. It was initially black and white. We know it involves a bank. We know he gets the chance to see what his life would have been like if he wasn't on the planet. But what could it be? We can make it easier because we're going to give you some series of quick fire clues. Allyson, go.
Okay, spoon feed round. First released in 1946.
How old were you then?
I was a young 13. Stars James Stewart, Donna Reed, and Lionel Barrymore. Come on, James Stewart. 8.6 out of 10 on IMDb. And it's up for debate if it's a Christmas movie, some people say. Well,
why? It's got a Christmas tree in it. It's set at Christmas
It's got
time.
a Christmas tree.
Yes,
yeah.
it's slightly depressing at the beginning, but it all
Which is
reigns
Christmas.
good.
Which is Christmas.
Have you
Slightly
living in
depressing.
2021?
yeah, and then you drink some fizz, and then you're good. So I mean, take a guess, guys.
Come on, make a guess. Can we make it easier? Yes, we can. Because this film is about an angel sent from heaven to help a desperately frustrated businessman by showing him what life would have been like if he had never existed. What could it be?
What's the film? What movie is it? It's a classic.
Classic.
Like Hayley said. Yeah, go ahead, Hayley.
Oh, can we make it any easier, Allyson?
Can we make it any easier? That's all the hints, isn't it? That's everything that is
I don't think we can, apart from saying the name of the film. Listen, if me and Allyson were TV show hosts and we were on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the million pound question would be like, what colour is Alyson's sweater? It starts with G, ends in N. Also includes the letters REE. What could it be? So, we've made it easy enough. I don't think we can give any more clues. So shall we tell them what it is?
Let's tell the people. Hayley, the movie, which I believe is a Christmas film, is dun-da-da-da.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life, everyone. That's Christmas. It's Christmas. That's a Christmassy film, don't you think?
Yeah, I absolutely love that film. I think it's beautiful. And you were around when it was first released, weren't you?
I was. I actually auditioned for one of the roles.
What was the role, Allyson?
It was a background character. When he was screaming in the street, I was a candle vendor.
There we go, Allyson June Smith. She's lived a life. Listen, any period in time you want to know about, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word "save." You're watching and say, Allyson, what was it like in 1902? And she will tell you what it was like back then.
Dirty. It was dirty.
Any period of time you want to know about, you want to know what it was like during the Jurassic era, Allyson was there. She can tell you.
Scary. It was scary during the Jurassic era. Yeah. A lot of running.
If you have a historical question for Allyson, get in touch. And if you're not watching on an Echo show, she is actually young. I just like to have a little joke with her, don't we? We have a little joke.
We do have a little joke.
Wearing thin for Allyson, but not for me. But now it is time for our Agony Aunties section of the show, where myself and Allyson, we try and solve your problems. If you've got a problem that you need a little bit of help with, then we're not the people. Go and see a therapist. But
genuinely,
we're not the people. But if you would like us to talk about it on air and have a little laugh about it, then get involved with the show. As always, the command to give to your device is the word "say." If you're watching on an Echo show, it's been a very long morning. Or go to backchannel.tv on your phone and you can type your problem in there, as these people have done. So, first problem we got today is from Rob in Wisconsin. Good morning, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
And they say, how do you act surprised or grateful when someone gives you a terrible Christmas present? Allyson.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what you do, Rob. And I've kind of talked about this before. You smile. You accept it. You act as though you're grateful, and then you put that gift in the pile of the re-gifts. So I am a big believer that it is absolutely fine to re-gift a gift. I mean, okay, look, if it's a painting they want you to hang in your house, you're going to have to address, I don't think it really goes, well with my decor. Perhaps I'll put it in my shed.
Perhaps I'll put it in
But
the bin. It'll look nice in there. Yeah.
yeah, but for the most part, these are gifts that people give you and they're not going to follow up. They're not going to check on it. So I am a big fan of regifting. So Rob, I want you to smile and think to yourself, there is a gift I don't have to purchase for someone. And that makes that gift a wonderful gift.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice way of putting it, Alison. I mean, in the UK, people aren't as kind, Rob, actually, because I've given my parents gifts before, my mum specifically, and she just doesn't even, she just looks at me dead in the eye, Rob, and she goes, have you got the receipt? Like, not even thanks, not even a smile. Some people are very cutting, Rob, is all I'll say. So now I just get her a receipt for
In fact, the
Christmas.
little tag on the gift to mom, it says to mom, love Hayley, but the tag is actually the receipt to the gift. So
Yep.
that way it works as a labeling and also there's your receipt. Yeah.
Yeah, as if my mum was Mariah Carey, the song would be "All I Want for Christmas is the receipt for the gift."
Receipt.
So Rob, don't worry. I mean, listen, if it wasn't for you, you can just smile, like Alison says, smile, put it on a pile. They may think your present's awful as well, Rob.
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts. Don't worry
It
too
really
much
is.
about it.
Maybe you got a recycled gift that they gave you. So like, look, I'm just saying, don't get too worked up. That jar of honeyed mealworms has been passed on to many different people over the years. So I did mealworms because we talked about insects earlier.
We did talk about them earlier in the show. She's not just losing it. We are talking your problems today on the Hayley and Allyson show, and we've got a problem from Sarah in South Carolina. Good
Howdy,
morning.
Sarah.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Sarah says, we're going to my mother-in-law's house for Christmas lunch. The only problem is that she's a terrible cook. How do I navigate this situation without being offensive? Allyson.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah. Well, I mean, you've got a few options. I mean, you obviously know from past experiences maybe what is the less disgusting out of some of her food. So you can really aim going into it going, okay, I'm really going to focus on the mashed potatoes. Okay, so you can go into it. You could also pre-eat a meal and then show up and just say, I've just a lot of anxiety. Christmas has been so stressful. I don't have much of an appetite, right? You could pull that card. You could, I think really those are your cards because you can't have a discussion with your mother-in-law saying like, look, I'm just not. Oh, you could volunteer to say, hey, every year you do all the cooking. Why don't I do some stuff and bring it? That way, and then you can eat your food, right? Those are my quick come to my mind options to get through this. You could focus on desserts. Maybe you're like, oh, I'll buy desserts, but really just try to get an idea, what does she do that isn't the worst? See if you can offer assistance, eat a meal beforehand, just say you have a lot of anxiety. Those are my initial.
Could say, listen, all of a sudden I've just become lactose and glucose intolerant. So all of this, unfortunately, I'd love to eat it. But all dietary things won't let me.
You could say you went and saw a nutritionist and they're like, you need to cut back on these things. So
I went to see a nutritionist on Christmas Eve at midnight.
What I did was yesterday before I came here, I went and saw a nutritionist and they said, your mother-in-law's food will upset your system.
Allyson, you generally give some good advice there. Colin has got in touch. He's got a problem. He said, how do you make a gift special? And what I say to my partner, Colin, is, listen, just spend a lot of money. That's what I say. That always makes it special for me. But Allyson will probably give you some decent advice, Colin.
Yeah, how to make a gift special. Well, I think when you're buying a gift, you obviously have to keep the person in mind. And so I think what makes a gift special is if you give a card along with the gift, perhaps sharing a memory or some sort of idea as to why it was that gift that you wanted to give them. So they understand that there's some sort of emotional attachment to it. Because gifts are gifts, but what they want to know is that you are thinking of them. That is the purpose of a gift, in my opinion. So I always think finding something that pertains to them or maybe is something, a joke between the two of you or some sort of significance between the two of you, that can make a gift really special. Also, maybe the way you give someone the gift right? Are you spending nice time with them? Are you things surrounding the gift is what makes the gift special, not necessarily the actual gift, is what I think sometimes.
And you usually say, Alison, I thought you were going to say this one. Alison usually says, the gift of time is the most special gift of
It
all.
it is.
Don't
That's
you?
why I'm like, how do you give them the gift? Is it about spending time with them? Is it about, yeah, but it is true. People just want attention. So just make sure you make a real point to say, this is why this gift is for you. Or I thought of you when I got this gift, because so the more you just give someone a candle, well, maybe they love candles. I mean, but make the candle special.
Oh,
Why
you
did you
could
choose that
write. Yeah,
scent?
you could write in the card, I got you a candle because you're the light
Light
of
of
my
my
life.
life, there you go, and then
Um,
they never talk to you
they
again,
never
and then
talk
that's
to me.
one less Christmas present you have to buy every year. There you go, I think
There
we
you go. Thank you for your problem, Colin. This morning, we are answering your problems here on the Hayley and Alison show. We are your glamorous, agony
glamorous,
and
yeah.
glamorous. We are very tired because it's been a long week. We are your glamorous agony aunties here today, and we're trying to attempt to solve your problems. Like Colin, if you have a problem you would like us to discuss, then get in touch. This one is from Deborah in Florida. Good morning, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah, eat an orange for me.
Alison is so much of the stereotypes, isn't she?
I do, they
Hey,
do,
Alison, have some maple syrup on us.
Hey, I already have. All right, let's do this.
So, Deborah, good morning. They say at Christmas, I'll be announcing that I've made the decision to move to Australia to be with my partner. What should I do if it causes arguments or if people start being accusatory?
Accusatory.
How'd you
Why
say
are
it?
you running to another country? What crimes are you running away from? No. Okay, so,
I mean, do you
what
have to
do
announce it Christmas Day? I
I'm
mean,
yeah,
maybe leave
yeah.
it.
I mean, here's what I think. If you're announcing that you're going to Australia to be with your partner, to be with your love, I would like to think that the people who love you in your life would just be in support of that, because they'd be like, "Of course, go be with the person you love, and also go be in beautiful Australia." Anyone who ever said to me, "Oh no, Australia, I wouldn't do it," I'd be like, "Okay, well, enjoy your cold and awful weather wherever you're living." Um, I think that you could phrase it as in, I don't know if you guys have ever wanted to go to Australia, but in the next year you might have the opportunity, because I'm gonna go move there and live with and we would love to have you come out and visit. So I mean, you could break it that way.
How did you break the news to your family that you were moving to the UK? Because Alison, although she is in Canada at the moment, she is based in the UK usually. So
Yeah.
how did you break that news to your family?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. My best friend probably took it the hardest. My parents were like, "Well, you gotta pursue your dream and live your dream." My mom was a little sad that I was far away. Um, but, to be honest with you, since I've moved away, I make more of a commitment of time, back to the gift of time, to speak to my mother on a regular basis. And I think because we're at such a distance, we make more commitment to do it, because that's important to us. So sometimes being in a distance can really strengthen a bond between people. My best friend was super hurt, but I said to her, I was like, "Listen, you got one life to live. You got one crack at it. And I would rather live a life taking some chances and doing something different than thinking about, well, what if? What if? Because if you're not going to move to Australia, odds are, I mean, this relationship might really suffer, and your life is yours to live, and you found your love. And so, again, I just think people should support that and be happy for you. You found your partner, go be
Yeah.
with them. Yeah.
And also, you don't necessarily have to tell them. You could drop subtle hints like playing Do You Come From the Land Down Under as
Yeah.
background music. Maybe
Throw a
wear a
boomerang at them.
boomerang at them. Maybe wear a hat with corks. Just drop subtle hints that you want to move there. Real subtle, and see if they pick up on it.
Give
But
them all stuffed kangaroos for Christmas.
there you go. There
You
you
know.
go. I
But
mean,
but turn it so it's an exciting thing for all of you, not just you. They're a part of this. This is gonna be a great experience for all of us.
yeah, if my friend said, "Oh, you would want to come and visit me in Australia, I'm gonna be moving there, you get free accommodation," I'd be like, "Yes, please, thank
Yeah,
you."
Exactly. So
Eventually, they'll realize it's for what you want and it's to make you happy, Deborah. So you do you, Debs. You do you. Thank you for your problems. If you have a problem you would like us to talk about here on the Hayley and Allyson Festive Show, I don't know why I turned it to Sean Connery. Producer Will, it is now time for your problem. Producer Will always asks Allyson.
Oh, he's added more baubles. Every time he comes back, there's more Christmas baubles on.
These make the most horrendous noise
when they
in my
clink against your
headphones.
headphones.
So I'm not a big fan of that. Thank you, Hayley. Okay, I've got a cracking question for you.
Okay.
This one is from Ben. Ben is from West Virginia. Virginia.
Yeah, not East. West
Virginia. Here's Ben's problem. My partner spends his money on the most random, weird, and useless stuff instead of saving for us to go on holiday or to buy a house. Is it unreasonable for me to get annoyed at him?
Well, look, Ben, your feelings are your feelings. So I never think any feeling that you feel is unreasonable. All right. So if you're annoyed because, he's spending this money, have you had real chats about, look, our goal is to focus on the future, our house, holidays. This is one thing you could say to your partner because, look, Ben, I'm going to admit it. I have a little bit of a shopping problem and I just like to buy stuff. I have a problem.
Buying is fun.
I love buying stuff. The latest thing I bought was holders that you can put on the wall to put your remote controls in, and so they're not just laying about all over the place. So
that's amazing.
Thank you. Remote controls have a spot. My boyfriend just rolls his eyes, and I tell him I'm making his life better. $14.99 at a time. Thank you, Amazon. But I did get to a point where I was buying so much stuff, and I read something that really changed my view on spending. And Will, I know you'll appreciate this. If you start to think about saving that money and spending it on experiences that create memories, as opposed to spending on the money on things.
Yeah.
It still gives them the idea that they're going to be spending, that they are, going to spend, but it's just not the instant gratification. So I now tend to think when I want to buy another remote control holder, which yes, is still a good idea, but
it's
we
all
have
the time.
3. We don't need any more. Yeah, we don't need any more. So instead of that, I go, that remote control holder that I want to buy right now will actually go towards when I go to Alberta and we go on a tour of a maple syrup processing plant that, or I don't know, something more. That might not sound fun. I was just thinking of a typical Canadian thing. When we go on a sled, a dog sled ride, in Alaska, or when you start to get them to realize that, that money is going to be spent, they are going to, because maybe they just like spending money. So sometimes people like the feel of it. The other thing you could do is get them to write down when they want to buy something, get them to write that item down and wait 48 hours before purchasing it. That way it just gives people a chance to think about, do I really need this thing? Is this really worth it? Or should I put it towards something else? You are allowed to be annoyed. That is a feeling. But I think what you need to do is work with your partner on channeling, the excitement of things to come.
Yeah. I like that. And visualizing what the money's going to if it's not been spent on.
Yeah.
Would you say random, weird, and useless stuff? I'd be very interested to know what it is that your partner's spending his money on.
Is it remote control holders? Because they are handy, but I'm telling you, you only need 3.
I think that would fall into the maybe random and weird. They don't sound useless. They sound very useful.
That sounds useful. Yeah.
And also, like you said at the top, make it clear that the goal is going on a nice holiday, saving for a house. If you can articulate those goals and even I don't know, make a thermometer that you get across off all the things towards.
Yeah.
Then that helps visualize what that's for. Okay, another problem solved, I think.
Thank you, Producer Will.
Good. What have you got on your chin?
I put a bit of mouth cream on. My lips were getting very dry from all the talking.
Is that what it is? I thought it was just I don't know, mayonnaise.
She's having snacks. I know.
She was having snacks. Thanks, Bridget. Okay. Will, we are here until 8 a.m. on the Hayley and Allyson with Producer Will festive special today. If you'd like to get involved with the show, the command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching and could see my lip balm on my mouth. Or if you're listening on an audio-only echo, go to backchannel.tv. You can type whatever you would like to tell us in there within reason for a breakfast show. Okay. So coming up, Allyson, in the next hour, do the background jingle, please.
Dun, 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 dun,
Coming up in the next hour on the Hayley and Allyson show, we are going to be playing competitive, true or false. It's only competitive because I make it that way. We're going to be doing a reveal behind our virtual advent calendar door. There will be another celebrity behind there today, but who is the celebrity? It's up to you to guess. And we're also going to end the show on a fun fact that you can take away and tell your friends. That's all coming up in the next part of the Hayley and Allyson show live here on Backchannel. Nah. Really need to get some jingles as our New Year's resolution. But listen, if you are enjoying the show, please do leave us a review. It would mean the world to us if it's a good one. If all you need to do is go to backchannel.tv, and if you head there, you can just click on the leave a review button. It's dead easy. And your feedback means a lot to us. Let us know if there's any features you'd like us to talk about or how you're finding using Backchannel. Let us know. Pop across to there. Just all, like I say, backchannel.tv. Just click on the leave a review button and let us know what you think of the show, not just what you're thinking in general, because sometimes it's just random thoughts, isn't it?
I mean, you could just let us know, but eventually try to channel it back to
what are you thinking about? Dinner, food? No, what of the show?
I want more features on food. See how you do that? See how you do that? Yeah, that's all you got to do, everyone. Give us some feedback.
But now, Allyson, it is time for competitive, true or false. Yes, myself and Allyson Smith go head to head in a game of true or false. That is competitive because I make it that way. Do not like to lose. I'm terrible to be around at Christmas. So, Allyson, yesterday I went first. So do you want to go first today?
I would love to go first today, Hayley. Okay. Thank you very much. Hayley is in the lead for the week.
I am in the lead. And even if I lose today, I've still won the week.
But I still have a chance to win the day, and that's
still have a chance to win the day. Absolutely right, Allyson. So if you would like to get involved and let us, if you know the answer, you're screaming the answer out, going, I know this is true, this is true, 100% know it, then let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your answer in there. But Allyson, it's a festive true or false today.
Yes. I'm so excited. So we're going to learn, Queen. So we're going to learn some festive facts as we go through this, which is very handy going into Christmas. This will give you topics to discuss with your family when you run out of things to say to them, because that's what Christmas is figuring out what you're going to talk to your Uncle Steve about for an hour. So here are some subject matters. This will be fun. So Christmas trivia. All right. Ask me my first true or false question, Hayley.
Okay, Allyson. Is it true or is it false that Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song? Is it true or is it false, Allyson? What do you think? What are you saying?
Oh, goodness. Now, this could be a tricky trickster question where they're just trying to guide me into something. But you know what? I'm going to say true. I'm going to say Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. Yeah. I'm gonna take the tricky tricksterness. I'm gonna say true. I think it was.
If you know the answer and would like to help Allyson out, don't. Okay.
That is not how I was expecting that to go. No, do get involved. If you want to help Hayley out, though, give me the wrong answer. I'll believe you. And then,
if you do want to get involved, please do. The command to give to your device is the word say if you're watching on an Echo show, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone and leave us a little review while you're there. So here we go. Jingle Bells was originally Thanksgiving song. Allyson said that's true. And I can tell you, Allyson, it is absolutely true. The song originally was called One Horse Open Sleigh, and it was composed in the mid-19th century for a Thanksgiving concert. Now, you had the upper hand there because you were actually around then.
This is true. Hayley and I like to discuss the idea that I have lived for many lifetimes. So I do remember. Actually, I remember the first time we sang that song on the sleigh, getting pumpkins. Right?
Yep.
Actually, no, we didn't get pumpkins at that point. At that point, there weren't a lot of pumpkins. We were doing turnips. We were gathering turnips that we would. But yeah, I do remember it clearly.
I
Beautiful
think you
song.
and Charles Dickens used to sing it together, didn't you?
We did. While we had a cup of mulled wine in the local. I don't know. I'm trying to create.
She's trying.
We ate some venison and.
King Henry VIII was there. Anyway, you were right, Allyson. You get the point there. Congratulations. Well done, Allyson.
You can hear in her voice, she doesn't really mean it, everyone. Well done, Allyson. She also looked away. She didn't give me eye contact when she gave me praise. It's like I'm talking to my mom. All right.
Sorry, who was that? Who was that?
Hayley Ellis. All right. Your
Yes.
true or false question.
Yes.
Norway has donated a large Christmas tree to London every year since 1947. Is that true or is it false that Norway has donated a large Christmas tree to London every year since 1947?
Now, I do know that Norway do that, but I don't know what year they started. And Producer Will does these things where it's like, actually, it wasn't 1947. It was
he's a trickster.
It was 1946. So, because you think you know it and you're like, yeah, they did do that. But then sometimes the year is incorrect. I'm going to say
Trust
true
your
because
gut.
I'm going to say true because I know Norway do donate trees. Donate, is that the right word? They give trees to the UK.
Gift a tree. Yeah.
So yeah, although the year may be wrong, the actual premise of the question is true. So Allyson, put me out my misery.
Well, you will be happy to know that Will was not a tricky trickster, and you are correct. It is true. It began as a gesture of gratitude for Britain's support of Norway in WW2, World War II, not the World Wrestling, WW2. So, great gesture. Norway says thanks for helping us out. So, since 1947, they give London a big, beautiful Christmas tree. Gorgeous.
There we go. We're playing true or false this morning. If you would like to get involved, go to backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only echo, or if you're watching us and can see us stifle the odd yawn every now and again live, then the command to give to your device is the word say. Allyson, your question?
Yes, I'm ready.
Christmas-based true or false? All Christmas trees in the US are now grown on Christmas tree farms. But is that true or is that false? Old MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm there was lots of Christmas trees.
It was with a everywhere, because trees don't make noise. Okay, so all Christmas trees in the U.S. are now grown on Christmas tree farms. I'm going to say false. I feel there's still people going out and cutting down Christmas trees in the wild. I mean, maybe they're not supposed to be, but I'm going to say false. I don't think all Christmas trees are now grown in Christmas tree farms. I'm saying false. That is how I feel. If there's any Americans out there who know differently, please get involved. But otherwise, I'm sticking with false.
If you are you're a farmer on a Christmas tree farm, let us know what you do.
Yeah.
But Allyson, yeah, you're right. It is false. Well done. You must feel great to get another point. But yeah, it is false. It's actually 98% of trees are grown on farms. So it's pretty close.
Oh, that's good. Well done, everyone. So you're only getting it from the places that are, reproducing, and I'm sure making sure it's grown correctly. Someone told me one time, Hayley and I both do, artificially enhanced trees. So we just have the same one, because you do, don't you, Hayley? Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I always thought I was a good person for doing that, but apparently it's damaging on the planet. Didn't know that. Didn't know fake Christmas trees are apparently worse than chopping down a real one. So well done, Christmas tree farmers. Good job. You're doing a great thing for the earth. And Hayley and I are bad people.
Thank you to Allyson for making me feel terrible on this 23rd of
December. You suck. No, okay.
All right, we go. We're playing true or false. Allyson, give me another question, please.
Yes. Okay. Since Sinterklaas, sorry about that, took me a minute. Sinister Claus, that was the evil, that's Santa's evil twin. Sinterklaas is the Dutch name for Saint Nicholas and the root of the name for Santa Claus.
Sinterklaas.
Sinterklaas. Class, that's right. There was no U. Sorry. Sinterklaas is the Dutch name for Saint Nicholas and the root of the name for Santa Claus. Is that true or is it false, Hayley? I feel because you corrected me on the pronunciation.
No, so. I think class is the clause, but I don't know if Sinter is Santa. I don't know if that's correct. If we have any Dutch people listening, let us know. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Let us know that way. I know class is, I think that's right for clause, but I don't know if Sinter is right for Santa. So I'm gonna go false just because I don't know.
Okay, you're going false on that one. That is your final answer.
I don't trust you. You seem really happy that that's my final answer. Fine. Final answer. Fine.
Final answer.
Fine. Yes.
Wrong.
Oh,
You're
I knew
wrong, Hayley.
knew it.
Sinterklaas is the Dutch name for Saint Nicholas and the root of the name for Santa Claus. It's true. The 4th century Christian bishop Saint Nicholas was known for his gift giving. That is where it comes from.
Fine.
Sorry, Hayley.
Fine. Next question. Let's move it along quickly because I'm getting annoyed now.
Someone's gonna win the day.
Well,
all right, keep going.
Well, if you're going to pronounce things wrong, Allyson, then I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to pronounce this wrong now, actually.
Okay, do it.
Candy canes,
Yeah.
candy canes, were invented at the North Pole. North Pole. Is that true or is that false? Candy canes were invented at the North Pole. True or false?
Well, now see, I feel this is a tricky trickster. So we associate candy canes with the North Pole. I mean, it could be modeled after the North Pole. My gut told me false. I'm going to go with false, but if I'm wrong, I mean, if anyone knows, please jump on in, but I'm going to go with false. I don't think candy canes were invented at the North Pole. That's my final answer.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretty
Yeah,
happy.
it's fine. No, it's fine. You're right.
Yes, I'm killing today. Sorry,
Have you finished?
My little celebration song. I get this so rarely, Hayley. You've already won the week.
Okay, enjoy it. I enjoy it because candy canes were originally from Germany when a German-Swedish immigrant to the US decorated his tree with candy canes in 1847. So you have the advantage every time because you've been around when all this stuff is happening.
There. I actually remember the first candy cane that was ever made. It was rough. It wasn't a real pretty candy cane. There wasn't any coverings on it. It was, and it was really sticky. Imagine pine needles, the sap from the pine, and it was a messy time.
Yeah, and you obviously have been there since, the fire was created and they used to cook things over that. So everything obviously for you is, you've seen it,
It's nostalgic for me, really, is what it is.
There we go, Allyson. Well done. Brilliant. Right, final question. It doesn't matter because she's won, but let's do it.
Let's do it. This is fun. No, but hey,
yeah, it's great fun.
You could win the question. All right. This is what it's small victories. Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, introduced the German tradition of the Christmas tree to the UK. Is that true or false? That Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, introduced the German tradition of the Christmas tree to the UK.
Now,
yeah.
I've got a feeling that is true. Well, I don't know if it was the Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. I know it was a royal that... I'm sure it was a royal that did it, but whether or not, again, it's one of these tricky questions where it was like, actually, it was blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go true. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go true. Okay, Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, introduced the German tradition of the Christmas tree to the UK. Let's go true, Allyson. Am I right or am I wrong?
That's why you should always trust your gut, Hayley, because you are absolutely correct. True, Hayley, you won the question. In an illustration of the royal family in front of their Christmas tree was published in a newspaper and inspired everyday folk to start their tradition. So yes, it was Prince Albert that introduced the German tradition of the Christmas tree, and an illustration of the royal family in front of their Christmas tree was published in a newspaper and inspired everyday folk to start the tradition. I actually was the illustrationist at that time. I drew that picture. It was a lovely day. It was a lovely day.
Yeah. There we go. That was competitive true or false. Allyson, well done. She wins today, but I win the week. So
yeah, I win the day. You win the week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. That was competitive true or false. I'm genuinely annoyed.
I know you are. She is very competitive, everyone. It started out when we first did the segment as just true or false, and then it turned into something that's dangerous.
Can I say, so I've been in like a little Christmassy break in a cottage, and they do like sort of kids games there, so you can go with your child, and they're like, we need 3 parents on stage and stuff. And I wasn't quick enough. I put my hand up. I wasn't quick enough to get chosen. But they did the game where you get the after 8s and you put them on your head. So after 8s, I don't know if they have them in the US. They're like a chocolate.
Absolutely have after 8s. Yeah.
So the chocolate square mint, and you have to sort of work. It's the first one to get the after eight in their mouth, but you can't use your hands. So you put it on your forehead and you have to like sort of wiggle your face to get it down into your mouth. So after watching that, I went and bought a pack of after eights and spent all night trying to do it.
Chocolate
Just in training.
down
Yeah.
your face,
My
nothing.
foundation was all smeared. And
Your
it's
tummy, though, after eating that many minted chocolates.
I will do it. It's very, very hard. Not easy. Anyway, moving on. It is a festive show today because I don't know if you know, a little thing called Christmas is coming up in 2 sleeps. But let's talk about last minute Christmas gifts for a moment, Allyson, because we asked people to let us know the worst gifts they've ever received. Can you think off the top of your head what the worst gift you ever received was?
I'm trying to think. I think the worst gift I ever received. Oh, yeah. One year, not that long ago, someone gave me a porcelain doll. Here's a porcelain doll because they're like, it looks so much like you. That's
What?
terrifying. Yeah.
Porcelain dolls are the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. In
I was
horror
like, really?
films,
My eyes follow you everywhere you go? Is that what you're saying about
I
me?
look ghostly.
Yeah.
A Victorian, though, that was of your era, because it's slightly Victorian.
It's probably the original doll. They're just
Oh, yeah,
like,
it was
remember
probably,
this?
probably dressed like you in Victorian clothes. But yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
got you that? Was it wasn't a close friend, was it?
It was kind of a mate I knew. It was like through
Oof.
comedy. Anyway, and they used to always say they're like, "Oh, you have such a like a cartoony type." They always used to say I have a cartoony type look. I don't know. And so they saw this porcelain doll and they're like, "She had a dark fringe and just her face, she looks so much like you." I was like, great. I've been told I look like a lot of people. We've talked about this. Mainly it's audio, so this is a great visual medium to be discussing with everyone. But I've been told I look like so the Vixen from The Chase, which is a TV show here in the UK. I've been told I look like Michelle Visage from RuPaul's Drag Race when I wear my hair up. I've been told I look like a little bit like Velma from Scooby Doo. There we go. There's another one. I get told I look like a lot of people. So to get a porcelain doll that someone said I look like, I was like, I mean, it had dark hair. It had a fringe. It had
But
bangs.
also, when you wear glasses, everyone just says you look like anyone with glasses.
Yeah, it's true.
They're like, "Oh, you look like Superman when he's Clark Kent." Like,
I got
it
Sarah
just,
Palin for quite some time. Sarah Palin back at, yeah.
yeah, just take the glasses off. And they're like, "Oh, you look completely different." No, we don't. We look the same. We look the same.
Yeah.
But there we go. We're
What
talking
about you?
about.
What's the worst gift you ever got, Hayley? Sorry, we're talking about worst
Yeah, we're
gifts.
talking about worst ever gifts. Oh well, this was my fault. When I was a child, I was a bit of a geek. I don't know. I know it's shocking, isn't it, Allyson, to think that? Yeah, a little bit of a geek. And I liked my computer games and stuff. And I was only really young at the time. And I remember watching a TV show, and it had this hot piece of new technology called a barcode battler. And basically, you scanned like products in your house, like you scan the barcodes,
Yes.
and it'd create two characters to fight with each other based on the barcodes you'd scanned, right? And it sounded amazing. And I was like, Mom, I want this. Get Santa to get me this. And it was the worst thing. It didn't do anything. Once you scan the barcodes, nothing happened. It was basically became someone who worked in a supermarket instead of.
They were training people to get ready, kids.
This is a job you can have. Boop. Yeah, awful. I was really upset, and my poor mum, obviously, it was a single parent at the time, probably saved and got, saved up for it to get me this barcode battler, and I think I cried actually. So no pressure on parents.
The
Christmas
worst
Day.
thing I ever wanted.
Why did Santa do this? You asked for it. I've been saving.
Santa should have known. I wouldn't like it though. Santa should have shown something better. We were talking worst gifts. Listen, if you have a worst gift that you can share with us, please let us know so I feel better about my porcelain doll and Hayley feels better about her barcode scanner, about her earlier training for working in grocery stores. Please do let us know because I do love to hear about the strange gifts. Again, though, we say bad gifts, but that gift could be perfect for somebody. There's probably a porcelain doll collector who's like, how dare you say that? That was the doll I've been hunting for the past 37 years. And, there's...
That doll was the inspiration for Annabelle, the movie. How dare you? We did ask you earlier in the week, what is the worst gift you've ever received? And a lot of you got in touch, so thank you if this is from you. We've chucked the names off just so you have a bit of anonymity in case you're sat with the person who bought you this present and don't want them to know you've got in touch with Backchannel. But here we go. We asked people, and this is what they said. Someone said, I had a box of 6 mugs from my mother-in-law with 2 missing, which she kept for herself.
I love that as she gave you the gift, she's like, "There's 2 missing, I kept them."
Yeah,
There
I
you
kept
go.
them.
When you
Every time you go around to her house, you're like, they look familiar.
She's like, "Yeah, they're the ones that I gave you for Christmas, but I kept those 2." Like, my mom would blatantly remind me all the time, "Yeah, but I gave you 4."
Yeah.
"Well,
Well, yeah,
thanks,
thanks
mom."
very much.
You're
Maybe they
welcome.
accidentally chipped one and they were like, "Do you know what? We'll remove 2 so it looks like there should only be 4."
You would have thought that they would taken it out of the box, though, and just wrap up 4
Yeah,
mugs to be like, "Here's your solid set of only 4 mugs. This is how the set came. Merry Christmas."
exactly. Merry Christmas. Another person got in touch and they said, my grandma had gave me a card that had a Cokie on it. What's a Cokie?
I don't even
I
know
don't
what a
know.
cookie is.
Maybe that's a spelling error when it's come through. My grandma, basically, their grandmother gave them a card with about $20 on it, and she had crossed it out and wrote $7 because that's all she wanted to give me. So she spent the other. Had your nan just gone and like, I'm gonna eat all the chipotle I want on this card, and then you can just have $7.
She probably went, "I have this many grandchildren now, and I have this much money, so divide it by this. You used to get 10, but then your aunt had 2 more children, so now we're down to 7 per child." Like, that's very funny, crossing it out. No, you only get 7.
Yeah, maybe she was like, and once you've spent that $7, give that to your sister to spend $7, and then to your cousin to spend the rest. That's how grandmas speak.
"Here's a shilling. Enjoy your shilling."
Alison, have you did you enjoy any of the people that have been messaging in? Have you got any more for us?
Of horrible gifts,
Yeah.
I oh, yeah, so here's a rubber chicken. A grandpa gave me a rubber chicken and a pickle in a jar and said, "Do you get it?" I said, "No," and he just never mentioned it again. Pickle in a jar. I don't get it either. 1 pickle in a jar?
Chicken pickle? What's the joke
Rubber
there?
Grandma
We're
gave me a
comedians, are
rubber
we?
chicken
No.
and a pickle in a jar and said, "Do you get it?" I said, "No," and he just never mentioned it again. I think he ran out of Christmas presents, and what he did was just wrapped the jar of pickle that, he had in there. Rubber chicken, again, I mean, let's be honest, somebody probably gave that to grandpa a while ago, and he's like, "Hey, here's a rubber chicken." Yeah,
I
that's
remember years ago there was on a TV show in the UK, and they were asking about weird gifts they'd received, and someone messaged in the TV show and said their neighbour, their elderly neighbour, gave them a bag of hazelnuts, just a bag of hazelnuts, and they were like, "Oh, thank you." And then what it was, and I always remember this. This is years ago. It was on
oh,
this TV show.
no.
Yeah, so the chocolates that you get in like a selection box that are hazelnuts in, he just ate the chocolate off them. Didn't like the hazelnuts, put them in a bag and give them to his neighbours.
Oh, how'd they figure that out? Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I don't know, Alison. It's like the worst game ever, isn't it?
That's so awful. Why
Mm.
are all these hazelnut very smooth? It seems they've been processed
Why is
somehow.
this hazelnut got a tooth mark in the front of it? Why is this?
Gosh, that
Um,
hazelnut cake you made was the best one we ever had, Mom. What was the special? Well, those hazelnuts actually came out of Bill's mouth. Um, that's
Yeah,
terrifying.
we're talking worst Christmas presents here this morning on Backchannel with Hayley and Alison. If you have had a terrible gift and would like to let us know, just offload it. We won't tell whoever bought it. Yeah, the
Oh,
command to give.
this. I gotta
Oh,
go. Go on. Do the command. Command to
okay, if
give.
you do want to get in touch, the command to give to your device is the word "say." If you're watching on an Echo show, and you can see my festive headgear this morning, then get in touch. The command is the name of your device. We can't say her name because she starts talking in everyone's room. So the name of your device beginning with an A, followed by the word "say," followed by the worst Christmas gift you've ever received. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, if you go to backchannel.tv, you can type in whatever you'd like to tell us this morning, within reason. We're a breakfast show. So, Alison, what have you seen?
Okay, the other one, I love this, the worst gift. My ex-wife's uncle got me a walkie-talkie one year. One walkie-talkie. I guess I was supposed to talk to myself? One walkie-talkie.
Where was the other one?
Who knows?
Ooh.
Who knows? It was he probably broke up the pack and re-gifted the other walkie-talkie to somebody else and was like, I don't know, "You 2 are gonna start
Merry
talking."
Christmas. You've got a new pen
One.
pal you didn't even know about. We're talking worst Christmas gifts here on the Hayley and Alison show this morning. We've asked you what the worst Christmas gifts are that you've ever received, and you basically got in touch in your tens. And we've got, here we go. This one said, my mum got a mug with Debbie's mug on it, but my mum's name is Claire.
Debbie's mug is totally wrong. Debbie's mug has got Claire on it.
Is having an affair there, and they've let it slip. Good morning, Blake.
I hope not. If that's what he's buying, his mistress, a mug with her name on it.
And then who's the mug
that's
there?
Going to go on for a little bit. Yeah, who's the mug there? Nice, Hayley.
Blake has joined us this morning. Good morning, Blake.
Hi,
I hope
Blake.
you are well. Let us know, Blake, if you ever had a Christmas gift that was rubbish. Now is the place to tell. Don't. You said you've had one. You've had one, Blake. Let us know.
You got one that sucks. What's the Christmas gift that you had that sucks, Blake? Let us know.
Yeah, if you're listening with your partner who bought you the gift, maybe tell them to go out.
Leave the room. Do it in another room. Let them know.
So here we go. Another one that got in touch with us. They say, I got a Christmas tree ornament from my 100-year-old grandma-in-law. Do you know her, Allyson?
I do. I used to babysit her.
Yeah, she said it was supposed to hold a picture of a pet. It said best pet on it, but it was my picture underneath.
But maybe she was from Newcastle, so pet is like a term of endearment, right?
In Newcastle in the UK, they say, how are you, pet? And it's like a term of endearment.
You read pet.
I don't think it was, though. So,
no,
Allyson, have you got any more, Allyson?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, we got another one. I got this big box. Inside that was a smaller box, and inside that was a smaller box. When I got to the smallest box, it was ketchup. Great. I see what they did there. They were like, ha, aren't I funny? I'm giving you ketchup, but I'm going to make you think it's something big and exciting.
There we go. Yeah. We're talking the worst Christmas gifts of all time. If you're stuck, for example, if you're thinking, oh no, I didn't realize it was Christmas. No one's mentioned it. I've not seen any commercials whatsoever. Why has everyone kept this day so secret? Then there is places you can buy last minute Christmas gifts. Amazon Prime. Thank you, please. Next day delivery. Yes, please. Which is what my partner is probably currently doing. But
that's what I did yesterday. I was like, still a few more things for my mom. Here you go. Yeah.
But on the Huffington Post, they've done an article where they've suggested best last minute digital gift ideas you can buy. And you can buy an Airbnb gift card.
Which actually is a pretty good idea. I was thinking that. I was like, oh, that's smart. Because look, I know you're like another gift card, but I think gift cards are a brilliant gift. Although I watched a news article yesterday with my parents while I was partying with them. We were watching the news because they like to have the news on. And apparently there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of gift cards that just, of course, never get used. So people get a gift card, you set it down, you forget about it. Maybe it gets thrown out with the wrapping. It never reaches you in the mail. So they're like gift cards. They're a great idea, but just be sure to use them. The key to a gift card is use it as quickly as possible so you do not forget that it is not there. Also, they do expire. But I am a big fan of the gift card because then people can get what they want. So I love the idea of an Airbnb biff card.
Airbnb. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the idea of a biff card. Only people called Biff from Back to the Future can use it. Very unique as an old biff
this
card.
This card is good for one biff when you're ready to have one in your life.
There's also, this is a really good idea. You can get online guitar lessons. So if you've ever wanted to, Blake is back. Thanks, Blake. It's like you never went away. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining us or just joining us this morning, as you can see, Carmen has joined us. We've got Doug with us. If you've just joined us, we are talking Christmas gifts. If you would like to get involved with the show, then do so. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching on an Echo show or if you're on an audio-only Echo and want to get in touch, want to say hello, if you go to backchannel.tv, you can get involved with the show that way. We're talking last minute Christmas ideas. These are pretty good. There's an article on the Huffington Post that suggests online guitar lessons. So you can, if your partner's been like, do you know what, I always want to learn the guitar, you can get them some online lessons.
Yeah, these are digital gifts too, last minute digital gifts, which are very handy.
Yes, which is what I've got my mum. She wanted from a specific store, an online, and you can set it up so it sends them an email at the precise time on Christmas Day. And she'll get that email at 9 a.m. Christmas morning telling her how much she's got for this store.
That's so nice. That's a lovely idea. It's
a lovely gift, so I don't have to visit this Christmas.
There you have it. This was a good one too. I really loved this. I actually totally thought it was great. An audiobook subscription. so many people, I think, wanna read books or listen to books. You can, so they can, listen while they're working, maybe take a break from a podcast, listen to a fictional story. So you could get them an audiobook subscription, which I think is a great idea, which also leads me into what was the other one I said you could buy them. Like, there's a lot of online things, a subscription to music streaming service, which is what I bought my father-in-law last year. My partner's dad loves trance music. He is deep down inside, he's still a raver. He is a raver till the day he dies. He loves a little dance music. He loves trance music. So I bought him a Spotify subscription, taught him how to use Spotify on his phone, use it in the car. And I was like, he's going to love this. And he absolutely does. I said, do you want me to keep going? Like, do you want your Christmas present again to be another year of the subscription? And he was like, I mean, if it's not too much to ask, I just love it. I love it. I was like, how many playlists have you made? He's like, I got 12 on my phone. So literally for him, this is like, he's getting to find music from the past, new music that he loves. So I think something like that is a great gift, because it's the gift that keeps on giving, because you're giving people memories. Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
There you go, Allyson. June Smith giving you some ideas for Christmas presents there. Thank you for joining us. If you are, thank you. Blakey's having a one-man party wherever you are, Blake. Illinois, apparently. I hope you are well, Blake. What are you up to this morning? Let us know.
Yeah.
The command to give to your device is the word say or
Blake
go.
put, we are hilarious. Blake, we think you're hilarious as well, too. Thank you very much, Blake. You and your funny comments.
He also said cats are no good. I mean, well, you can tell us whatever you like within reason on Back Channel. We are here. Otherwise, listen, get involved. Otherwise, we're just two women talking for 2 hours.
Be careful though, Blake, though. You don't want to start publicly saying the cats aren't good. I'm telling you, cat lovers will they'll come at you.
They will come at you. But now, Allyson, it is time for door number 16 behind our advent calendar every day in December on the Hayley and Allyson show. We have been revealing a celebrity behind our virtual advent calendar door. But who is the celebrity today? We were going to give you 10 questions. We would like you to guess the name of the celebrity. But also, today is the day we reveal Producer Will's game within a game, because we've made it very convoluted for an easier game. But so basically, Allyson, can you explain it better than me? Because I make it sound really difficult.
Yeah. So what we've done is we have our imaginary advent calendar, and we open up a door and we have our imaginary celebrity behind the door. So we give you hints. You've chosen a celebrity for each day leading up to Christmas. And then what we want you to do is to take the first letter from their first name, write it down somewhere. And then today we are going to give you the final celebrity. We're going to take all the letters from all the first names, and you can figure out, or we as a group will figure out, the holiday saying. It's 3 Christmas words. Today we're giving you the final letter. So we're very excited. This is it. We've had, in total, there are how many names so far? We've had 1, 2, so 16. This will be the 16th. I was just about to count, and then I realized it said door 16. So I apologize, everyone.
1, 2, 3. So I'm going to give you all these letters now, and when we reveal today's celebrity, take that letter, and all these letters combined will spell out 3 different Christmas words. So here we go, Allyson. If you say the name of the celebrity, and I will follow the letter. Get your pen ready and write these down, because today is the last time to compete.
Here we go. Here are all the celebrities we've had so far.
Here we go.
Rihanna, which is the letter. Yeah. Adam Levine.
A.
Luke Evans.
L.
Dan Levy.
D.
Nicki Minaj.
U.
Uma Thurman.
Sorry, I said the wrong one before. U.
You did. Nicki is N. Uma Thurman is U. Harry Styles.
H.
Sarah Paulson.
S.
Olivia Colman.
O.
Freddie McMurcury. McMurcury, sorry.
Do you know what? It's been a really long month, hasn't it, Allyson?
Freddie Mercury.
F.
Ed Sheeran.
E.
Dolly Parton.
D.
Oh, I always say this one. How do you say it?
Niall Horan from One Direction.
N. RuPaul.
R.
Paul Rudd.
P.
This one too, you say it.
And yesterday's celeb was Idina Menzel, which is the initial I, and
Nice.
put them all together. What do they spell? 3 Christmas words. If you, after today's celebrity, want to have a little guess, then do so. But first, we must reveal today's celebrity. So here we go. 10 clues. If you'd like to make a guess who the celebrity is, the command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone to type your guess in there. If you win, you get to give our lovely Allyson June Smith 3 words, and she will sing you a Christmas song with those 3 words in. So Blake has been firing words at us all morning. I'm sure he's up for this. If you get the answer right, Blake, you get to give Allyson 3 random words within reason. And she will sing a song. But you need to get that right first. So let's, without further ado, Allyson, give 10 questions for our celebrity today.
Let's do it. So here are some hints that will hopefully lead you into choosing our celebrity. So this celebrity was born March 26, 1944 in Detroit, Michigan. So she's 77 and an Aries.
How old were you then, Allyson, in 1944?
Oh, God, I would have been a young no, I've already done 17 today. I would have been a 22-year-old, young 22-year-old at that point.
Okay.
So the world was my oyster.
This celebrity was inducted into the rock and roll. This celebrity.
We are seriously losing it. I'm sorry, everyone.
I apologize.
Oh
This
my
celebrity was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. But who is the celebrity? We're giving you a series of clues, but guess who the celebrity is? And here's another clue. She performed in the halftime show at the 1996 Super Bowl, and Rolling Stone magazine described the show as the divaest halftime ever. So who is it? They were born in 1944. She's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. And she performed in the halftime show at the 1996 Super Bowl, which was described as the most divaest halftime show ever. Who is the celebrity? If you want to make a guess, do so now. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. Allyson.
Yes. Okay. Some more hints. Blake, are you shushing us or are you shushing your device? All right. The next thing we have. So she embarked on a romance with Kiss singer Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons.
I know him as Gene, but you might know him as Gene.
Simmons. In 1980s, one that started, Simmons claimed, when he was dating her good friend Cher. Oh. So he went from Cher. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
He went from
look at
Cher to
that.
this celebrity, but who is it? She rose to fame. Here's your big, massive clue now. Make a guess. She rose to fame as the lead singer of the vocal group The Supremes. But who is a celebrity? She dated Gene Simmons, according to Allyson June Smith.
Simons, please. Gene Simons.
She was a lead singer of the Supremes. Come on, make a guess. The command to give to your device is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can type your answer in there. Some more clues, Ali?
Yes. In 1969, she announced she was going solo. So she was part of the Supremes, but then went on solo. She won a Grammy in 2021. Come on, this is a talented woman. And she played Dorothy in The Wiz, which is a great film, musical, etc. The Wiz in 1978, re-imaging The Wizard of Oz. Oh, move on down that road. The Wiz is a fantastic movie. So I mean,
is the celebrity?
who is it? Take a guess.
Who is it? Lead singer of the Supremes? Come on, we couldn't make it easier, but we're gonna. 2 more clues. She has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, when some of us aren't even allowed to walk on the Walk of Fame. But she has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, rightly so. And her voice is heard on songs like Baby Love and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. But who is a celebrity? Last chance to get your guesses in. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by the name of the celebrity you think this is, or go to backchannel.tv and let us know.
I don't know about you, Hayley, but it's hard to read song titles without wanting to sing it. Every time we read, I'm like, Baby Love. I really have to focus on Ain't no mountain high enough. Not singing it, but in my head, I hear the music. I just want to sing, everyone.
Sing it.
She had the type of voice that made you want to be a part of it.
Sing.
Sorry, yeah.
Blake has said his sister is called Georgia. Unfortunately, it isn't your sister that has stars on the Walk of Fame and was the lead singer of Supremes. But thank you for guessing, Blake. We appreciate it. The command to give to your device if you want to get involved is the word say, or go to backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only Echo. You can type your answer in there. We're going to be doing the reveal very shortly. And also, you will get the final letter for your Christmas conundrum, which will reveal 3 Christmassy-based words. Christmassy-based words sounds like a dish on the Great British Bake Off. Also, if you've made a guess, and the only one who has at the minute is Blake, you will get to give Allyson 3 words, and I dread to think what Blake's going to give us. So if you want to make a guess, do so now. Oh no, Blake said he doesn't want to take part. That's fine. You don't have to,
problem.
Blake. We can do it ourselves. That's what we're here for. Listen, last chance to guess who the singer is. The command to give to your device is the word say. Or go to backchannel.tv on your phone before we reveal who the celebrity is. Okay, last chance, Allyson. She was a lead singer of the Supremes. She played Dorothy in The Wiz, which Allyson says is a fantastic film, and it really is. I enjoyed that so much. She has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and her voice is heard on songs like Baby Love and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Allyson, who is a celebrity? Come on.
Everyone, the celebrity, if you have not guessed, is the amazing, incredible, fantastic Diana Ross, everyone. Diana Ross is our celebrity behind the Advent Calendar door 16, which means the final letter to unscramble our 3 Christmas words is the letter D. So let's go through. So we've got...
there's all the initials now. If you're watching on an Echo show, producer Will's done a fun graphic where he's probably spent too much time on Photoshop, but bless him for doing so. We've got all the initials there on our screen, which are RALDNUHSOF. EDNRPID. If you unscramble those words, they will spell 3 different Christmas words. Now, while we're waiting for you to put all those words down and try and unscramble them, Allyson, it's your time to come up with a Christmas song while people are unscrambling those words.
Great.
So we like to give Allyson 3 words, and we like to give her an unreasonable amount of time to create a Christmas classic. The pressure's on today, Allyson, because it's our final show of the Christmas period. So this needs to be a great song. So Allyson, shall we? Producer Will, can you
get
pop
Will
on a
out
second?
here. Will, come on out, join us.
He's just working out how to move. There he is.
I had a panic because one of my bauble earrings fell off.
Oh,
I mean, there's bigger fish to fry, producer.
And not during a Christmas show. That's a tragedy. Yeah.
So, producer Will, let's give Allyson some Christmas words for her to create a Christmas song. So, Allyson, our celebrity was Diana Ross, so that can be one of our words. I know it's 2, but it doesn't matter.
Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross. I like how there's always a celebrity in your song. We should get her on as a cameo.
I'm sure she'd do it. I used to babysit her. Okay, Diana Ross.
Let's have the word. I don't know.
Cheese board, because Christmas is coming up. We all love a cheese board.
Oh, cheese ball. No, can we have cheese ball?
Cheese ball?
Cheese ball. Yeah, cheese ball.
Yeah,
cheese ball.
You big cheese ball. And let's have the word.
Producer Will. Producer Will.
No, you can't have 2 names. Let's have the word Yule log.
Yule log.
Let's have the one word Yule log. So we've given you 6 words.
Guys, you're not even. This isn't even fair. Okay, give me. Now you chat and let me write quickly.
Okay, so Allyson, the time is on the clock. You've got 60 seconds to come up with a masterpiece, or just people. Oh, my Siri's going off. Or just a song. So while Allyson is writing that Christmas classic, producer Will explain the game. I can't speak this morning. It's been a very long day, and it's only what time is it? 7:30. Right, producer Will.
Yeah. Explain this game? Okay, so we've given you a bunch of letters that also happen to be the celebrities behind our Advent Calendar door, and you just have to unscramble them, and it will make 3 words.
Yep, and those letters are, if you haven't got an Echo show and can't see these...
Well, let's do one each, right? So you start, and then I'll do the next one.
Okay. R.
A.
L.
D.
N.
U.
H.
S
O
F
E
D
N
R
P
I.
D. What does it spell? We don't know yet, but it does spell 3 Christmas words or a Christmas phrase. Is it a Christmas phrase, Will, or
I don't
Christmas
really know
words?
what it is. It's just like a thing.
Brilliant. Producer Will created it and he doesn't know what it is. But do you? Do you? Let us know if you want to have a guest. Do so now. While Allyson is creating this Christmas classic, you're getting picked up soon, aren't you, Will? You're going back to...
Stop it. I'm counting down the hours until I finish work.
Yeah.
And then, I'm going back to Mum and Dad's house for Christmas to immediately start cooking. Immediately start on the Christmas cooking.
Do you do the Christmas cooking in your house?
I do about 50% of it.
Do you?
Yeah, me and my mum share it. Because when I was a kid, because otherwise, if I don't do it, my mum goes, I just spent all day in the kitchen whilst you were drinking whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, they always moan, don't they? Well, don't do it if you don't want to. I'm quite happy with a pizza for Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah. Every year, my mum threatens us with a Christmas goose.
Why is she in a Dickens novel?
Apparently, she was around when Ally was, and I think they used to have a goose together.
Yeah, Allyson genuinely.
What are you looking forward to, Hayley? Who does all the cooking in the Hayley house?
Well, we never used to. Since I've had a child, I've had to start doing it. Never used to. I used to go to my mum's and she'd cook it all and then complain, like you say, for the rest of the day. But since I've had a child, obviously I've had to start cooking myself. So myself and my partner will do it, and then I'll just be exhausted for the rest of the day.
Don't worry though,
immediately
because Will and I are raising funds to get you a robot cook. Hayley is what's happening.
Thank you, Allyson. We covered a story earlier on in the show about a machine you can buy, which is a robot which cooks 5,000 different types of dinner, and it is a snip at $150,000 at the moment.
I mean, it's peanuts, really, when you think about the time you're saving yourself.
We'll get it for you for your wedding, Hayley.
Thank you. Well, that's a joke, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Your expensive things.
He's hit me where it hurts there. Never going to propose. Allyson, have you done your song?
I have done my song. I was gonna be real mean and say before we start buying each other wedding presents, I guess we need to find each other fiancés. All right.
But Allyson, before you do your song, let's just reveal what the 3 Christmas words were, or the Christmas phrase. Producer Will. It was Rudolph and Friends.
My favourite part of the whole journey, the whole Advent calendar journey, is on like day 3 when Ally was like, "Oh, well, it looks like Rudolph."
Yeah, Allyson was like,
"That was my favourite." I was like, "That's 70 days of content I've planned there, miss."
Thanks, Allyson. And then also my favorite was one of the D-Days when I let people know it was Dolly Parton before the game was over as well. I think what we've learned is Allyson is not great at games.
Are you good? How are you at secrets? Are you a good secret keeper, Ally?
I am a good secret keeper, believe it or not. I am a good.
I have evidence to the contrary.
What secrets have I told?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Okay, yeah. I'm like, oh.
I was like, what she told you, Will? I told her not to say. I was getting really panicky then. Right, Allyson, your Christmas song. I can't remember what words we give you. It's that long ago.
You gave me the words Diana Ross, cheese ball, Yule log. These are the words I got. So here we go. Again, the tune is always a last minute creation as I start to sing it. So here is the Christmas jingle for today.
I'm excited.
Okay. This Christmas is all about the cheese ball. Overeating during the holidays is always a good call. Diana Ross loves a good feast and throws a big Yule log on the fire and burns that beast.
I love how long these sentences are.
Well, I don't really have time to edit. So, So again, this Christmas is all about the cheese ball. Overeating during the holidays is always a good call. Even Diana Ross loves a good feast and throws a big old Yule log on the fire. Just burn that beast. There we go.
Listen, if you're listening still, well done for sticking through that.
Thanks, Blake.
Thank you for listening to today's show. But listen, we've got shows here all day on Backchannel, so stick around because coming up after ourselves is Liv Harrison. She is here 8 till 10. I've lost my little note of everything.
Yeah, 8 till 10, Live Every Day with Liv Harrison.
Yeah, and then Anthony Davis is here 12 till 2, and at 2 till 4, Hal Rudnick is here with his show, Your Pal Hal. well. So stick around. Backchannel is the only place you can interact with us, your hosts, via your device. So do so. Also, if you'd like to leave us a little review, you've enjoyed the show this morning, we always love to hear it. Obviously, that's why myself and Allyson are stand-up comedians, because we just love to hear praise.
We need affirmation,
We
constant
need
affirmation.
So the command, you can go to backchannel.tv on your phone and hit the leave a review button there, and let us know if there's any features you'd like to see, any games you'd like to see, or if you're having any difficulties, let us know and we can maybe iron those out. But thank you for joining us today. If you have, we like to end the show on a fun random fact, and today's fun random fact is: the longest running Santa Claus parade happens in Illinois. So plenty of communities hold Santa Claus parades, and each one is special, Allyson, in its own little way.
Of course.
But the parade that happens each year in Peoria. Oh, I can't apologize if you live there. The parade that happens each year in this area of Illinois is the oldest parade of its kind in the US. It's taking place every holiday season since 1888. That's well over 100 years of fun. Do you remember the first time it started off, Allyson?
I do. I actually headed up the parade that year. I was the head of the parade. It was a very fun year. I mean, first parade we'd ever had. People didn't really know what was going on. I had a lot of things thrown at me. But then when they realized that this was a happy celebration towards Christmas, they really jumped in and really got on board.
Yes, it's there you go. That's the fun fact of today. If you want to tell your office friends that, if you don't want them to talk to you for the rest of the day, just sidle up to them. If they're at the water cooler and you've never spoke to them before, just sidle up and go, "Hey, I learned a fun fact from the Hayley and Allyson show today."
In Illinois, that's the longest running Santa Claus parade. It started in 1888.
And they'll be like, "Can you please move? I need to speak to HR." But that's our fun fact for the day. Listen, we're not back now. We're having a little bit of a Christmas break. We hope you all enjoy your holiday period, whatever it is you are doing. Thank you for supporting us this year. But we will be back before the end of the year, because we are back on the 29th of December.
So next week, Wednesday, is our return day. I mean, normally we end the show going, "So, what are you up to today? What's going on?" So what are you doing until Wednesday, Hayley?
I'm living la vida loca, Allyson. I'm going to be having a ball. Not today. I've got to go and do some shopping, which will be great fun when everyone's desperate and angry in the shops. Put your mask on. Stay away from me. So I've got to go and get some vegetables, because the veg we bought on our online shop is out of date.
Yep.
It's the most wonderful time, Allyson. So I'm doing that today, and then tomorrow I'm excited because I've got a little daughter, and I love that she's excited. So I've got a little Christmas Eve box. We're going to wear matching pajamas. I'm going to force her to get pictures of us in the matching pajamas. And watch some Christmas films and just have some Christmas food and just enjoy it in general. And then, hopefully see my mum over the Christmas period. And it's going to be fun. What about you?
So today, like you, I have to do a little bit more food shopping because my sister and I are taking over Christmas this year. We're doing things real different. We're excited. We're just doing like a bunch of appetizers, dips, fun things like that. So that's what we're doing Christmas Eve, prepping that, and then Christmas Day. This is really wild. My sister has moved into a new house, so she's going to host Christmas. We decided what we want to do this year is really enjoy one another, right? It's about the time we have together. So you know what we're doing for Christmas dinner? We're ordering in Chinese.
Yes, Allyson. What a
Mhm.
great idea. And Chinese is definitely open, is it?
Yes. In fact, it was my job today to research to make sure. But ordering Chinese is actually, for a lot of people, somewhat of a classic. A lot of people do that. They order in a Chinese meal because most Chinese restaurants are open, and sometimes you don't want to be fussed with cooking a turkey. So we decided, so we'll make some appies, we'll do some fun things, but we're going to have Chinese on Christmas. We're pretty excited about that.
That is a great idea. Well done, Allyson, June Smith
you,
and
thank
family
you.
there. Sounds like
I don't have the robot yet. I don't have the robot
You
yet
don't
to
have the
cook the
robot
Christmas
soul.
dinner.
You ain't cooking. And producer Will, he is going back home to Leeds.
That's going to pick me up
And what food
momentarily.
are you prepping today?
Okay, so it's a whole thing. So tomorrow, obviously Christmas Eve, we have to do all the prep for Christmas Day, which means that tonight I need to start the lasagna. It's a whole thing. My mum's going to have like pages and pages of documentation. There's going to be a timeline. It's
It
I wanna
doesn't
have
sound
military
fun, Will. It
operation.
No,
doesn't.
I want to have Christmas with your mom. That actually sounds real fun because what I hate is having to be the one. It always falls onto me like organizing things. God, it must be nice to have somebody who is like, here's the timeline. The cranberries
Mhm.
need to be, sautéed down. I love that. I love
My
that.
mum rules Christmas with an iron fist, so yeah, it's an operation.
An
But
authoritarian
also,
Christmas.
yeah, absolutely. But no, there's also like the general joy and merriment and that kind of thing.
Yes, we make
She's
time.
penciled that in. She said that comes
Yeah,
between
yeah.
4 and
Between
5 today.
11 and 12, we will be having fun, Will.
The scheduled fun. Here are the rules for the fun. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Producer Will, have a lovely
Great, indeed.
Christmas. Allyson,
Thank you so
have a
much.
wonderful holidays as well. If you have listened, and thank you for listening and joining us, and we will be back on Wednesday, the 30th. Oh, sorry, the 29th. I beg my pardon.
Wednesday the 29th.
Wednesday, the 29th of December. Enjoy your holiday period, whatever it is you are doing. Take care of yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you back on the 29th. But stick around because Liv Harrison is coming up next.
Have
Take
a great
care.
day. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.